It had been weeks since we said our goodbyes to Mom. Our life, once filled with her laughter and warmth, now echoed with the silence of her absence. The rain matched my tears as I stood alone by her graveside. The gray sky reflected the emptiness in my heart. The days were filled with people saying sorry, but it was the nights that hurt the most. Our home, once a haven of happiness, felt cold and empty. Every room held memories that hurt to remember. I walked through the house, touching things that used to be normal but now felt different, like they were artifacts from a time that was gone. The weeks passed in a blur of sorrow and confusion. Mom's unexpected death, a sudden departure that left me reeling, happened in the blink of an eye. It was a cruel twist of fate that took her away from me, and the pain of her absence was a constant ache in my chest. One night, lying on the bed, I found myself looking at a photo of Mom. Tears welled up as I traced the contours of her face, a bittersweet smile playing on her lips. The room was hushed, and the only sound was the soft patter of rain against the window. In that moment of vulnerability, the air in the room shifted. Suddenly, a soft voice echoed from the kitchen, drawing my attention away from the photograph. It was a sound, gentle and comforting, like a distant melody. As I wiped away tears, I felt a strange warmth filling the room, and a comforting presence enveloped me. A soft, ethereal glow gradually illuminated the space, revealing the figure of Mom standing by the bedside, just like in the photograph. "You're here," I whispered, a mixture of disbelief and joy. She nodded, her eyes reflecting a mixture of sadness and love. "I had to come back for you. I couldn't stand to see you hurting." "Why did you leave me?" I asked, the question escaping my lips before I could hold it back. The pain in my voice mirrored the ache in my heart. Her eyes glistened with tears as she reached out, wiping away my tears. "I never wanted to leave, sweetheart. Sometimes things happen that we can't control. But I'm here now and I'll always be with you, and We sat in the dimly lit room talking about the little things, her humming while cooking, our late-night talks over tea. It felt unreal, like a dream where time stood still. For a moment, the pain in my heart wasn't as strong. "Why now?" I asked, my voice shaky. She smiled, her eyes reflecting a profound understanding. "I couldn't stand seeing you hurt. I had to come back, even if it's just for a little while." We talked until early morning, about life, love, and all the things we never got to say. As the sun started to come up, she stood up and we shared a final tearful hug. I felt her warmth, and then she spoke softly. "I'll always be with you, my love." She kissed my forehead, and with a final glance, she disappeared. Alone in the quiet house, I couldn't help but smile through my tears. It was sad to say goodbye, but her last words stayed with me, a promise that she'd always be with me. In the solitude that followed, I whispered to the empty rooms, expressing the feelings that lingered in the absence of her physical presence. "I miss you, Mom," I said, my voice filled with longing. "But I'll carry your love with me always." In the days that followed, the hurt in my heart didn't go away, but I felt stronger. Her love became a guiding light, a comforting presence that made the days a little easier, and the nights less lonely. So, standing alone in the quiet house, I whispered back to the emptiness, "I love you too, Mom. Always." If you like this story, please subscribe the channel.